Hello and welcome to the Cruiseaway show with Derek and Joe.
Hello.
And this is the place where we plan exciting cruise trips far and wide with all the major cruise lines, and we're here every day with wonderful new adventures.
Yes, we are, that's right. If you want a world cruise, we've got it. If you want a late escape, we've got it. If you want the ultimate luxury, we are the only place to look. And in this show, we're cruising closer to home with some amazing no-fly adventures for you to enjoy.
That's right, we've got a Sydney special this time, but there's lots of cruises around Oz and Tas that you can take without even stepping foot in an airport. So talk to our wonderful team anytime toll-free and we'll find the best deal for you. This time we're cruising with Princess Cruises and Holland America Line, and let's get started straight away on the incredible Noordam from Holland America Line for a 2-week South Australia getaway for Christmas and New Year next year, starting on December the 20th, right here in Sydney. And here's your home for the holidays, the friendly and homely Noordam. Wowzers. And you've been very, 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 very happy on the Noordam, haven't you, Joe?
I have worked on many of the Vista class ships, and I have to say Holland America Line is for me, it's a home from home, but I think for you it's going to be a home from home as well. I mean, this is the brand that feels incredibly traditional, yet the quality that you'll experience is also that of fresh, modern and exciting. So you've got very traditional elements. I mean, you'll notice the aesthetic of the ship is a little bit more low-key, but beautifully done, very tastefully done, in the ilk of classic cruising, the polished beams and, the nautical colours and things like that. And at the same time, you've got all of the bells and whistles of, modern cruising that you'll come to expect. For example, the thermal suite, which is lovely. You've got everything in there from, a salt cave through to a sauna, a steam room, thalassotherapy beds, also the hot and cold pools, which are lovely. So you can actually get a thermal suite pass whilst you're on the ship to enjoy that experience. When it comes to the Holland America Line difference, though, one thing I really love is the Neptune suite and the Neptune lounge. So if you want to treat yourself for a special occasion, or maybe you're just a sweet lover, every single time you cruise you do it, then I'd highly recommend doing it. Even if it's just the once, get up there and enjoy the Neptune suites because they are extraordinary. And then there's a personal concierge with the Neptune lounge, and you have canapes in there, a coffee machine. So you don't even have to venture down to the main reception to book your excursions or to get information. And that feels really exclusive. For the price difference, yes, there is a price difference, but you do get that incredible experience. But you tend to feel like that anyway on Holland America Line. The exclusivity, the quality of the food, the caliber, for example, of the Pinnacle Grill, it's unbelievable. This is the steakhouse with a real difference. I mean, when you're dining in there, you might feel like you're in a 5-star restaurant at the top of a tower somewhere fancy in Melbourne or Sydney or Brisbane. I mean, it does really have that quality to it. And you get to dine like that every night. That's the beauty of it.
Sounds good to me.
Music is at the heart of Holland America Line, and you'll see some great venues for that as well. Now, we're cruising out of Sydney, and our first port is fabulous Phillip Island, which is such a wonderful place to visit. And of course, everybody goes down to Phillip Island to see the baby penguins, the penguin parade, largest fairy penguin colony in the world, and I have many great childhood memories of that. Then we're into Melbourne, and you might want to head on over to do an excursion of the Great Ocean Road. You could absolutely do that in a day, or head on up to Healesville Sanctuary to see some lovely wildlife. Downtown in South Bank as well is fabulous too. Burnie next up in Tasmania, which has got a lovely coastal area to explore. You might want to do a walking tour actually of the downtown area as well. Next up though, we have got Christmas Day at Sea before heading into Adelaide on Boxing Day. The Barossa Valley, of course, not too far away, and if you are a wine lover, this is going to be one of the premier wine destinations, not just in Australia but in the world. Maybe you haven't been yet, so head on over there. Then it's Kangaroo Island. If you love nature, this is your place to explore, as it's the home of sea lions, koalas and diverse bird species as well. You might want to do a coastal safari to get out there and see some of the sea lions and unique birds and marine life. Then we're into Hobart, wonderful, the capital of course of Tassie, and much of the city's heritage is centred on that historic historical waterfront. You've got more than 90 National Trust buildings and, you know, that colonial character with the metropolitan elements. We've got New Year's Eve now in Port Arthur, which is wonderful. Your gateway to the wild and scenic Tasman Peninsula. It is rugged, it is beautiful. You've got the Tasman Arch, the tessellated pavement and the Devil's Kitchen to see. Next up, it's Eden, which is, of course, up in New South Wales. Now, the Killer Whale Museum is pretty much country famous, if not world famous. So you've got to head in there and see that, and maybe down to Ben Boyd's Tower as well whilst you're there. Then we're back into Sydney for a nice, easy disembark on this wonderful, festive cruise itinerary.
Such a nice time to be away as well, don't you think?
Yes.
You know, it just makes life so much easier, doesn't it? I'm on holiday, we're away. You haven't got those conversations about who is going where. In fact, you could say to everyone in the family, let's meet on this cruise. Let's all do this cruise together. Let's go and do Christmas and see in 2027 on an amazing getaway. It's brilliant, isn't it? The ultimate escape from the kitchen. Sounds good to me for Christmas and New Year. Spend it exploring our own shores. We never see what's on the doorstep sometimes, do we? And enjoy amazing celebrations all the way through the holiday as well. Do you know what? It's almost worth any price tag, isn't it? Let's show you just how good it is though for 2 weeks. And remember, this is over the holidays too. So that can be a really, really expensive time at home, isn't there? There's all the shopping, there's all the extra food and, you know, all the extra stuff that we pay out for. This is amazing. Get away from it all. Deposit today locks in the price for you, and then you've got simply 2 weeks of absolute bliss cruising with Holland America Line around South Australia and Tasmania as well, with stunning dining, relaxation and service on board, including free room service included right the way through your cruise, which sounds incredible. Here's everything that's included. Worth getting away and just being pampered for a change. Maybe, like I said before, take the whole family with you and all go and relax in style. And if you want to make this all-inclusive as well, you can also add what's called the Have It All package to include shore excursion credits, drinks, specialty dining and Wi-Fi. So talk to the team about the options when you book right now. It's a toll-free call, of course, 1300 408 765. is the number to call. It's an incredible adventure. Cruise journeys are just brilliant. They're an ultimate escape when you're doing it in holiday time as well. You're doing it over Christmas and New Year, or you're doing it as some kind of celebration. It's even more special, let me tell you. And if you are looking for a journey at a particular time of the year, a particular birthday or an anniversary or over Christmas or whatever, here's a good place to start your search.
When you log on to cruiseaway.com.au, you're opening up the virtual brochure on over 9,000 cruise holidays. If you've seen a cruise on TV, just search the cruise ID here to find out more details, upgrade options, and to book online. If you're looking for inspiration, you can search by destination, departure port, cruise line, cruise ship, or cruise style. Plus, we've got an incredible selection of last-minute deals, all-inclusive cruises, and early bird specials you can't afford to miss. Log on now to cruiseaway.com.au. Your next dream holiday is only a click away.
Yeah, we're all at it, actually. You know, whenever you're watching one of those little videos, there we are scrolling through and saying, look at this, look at this, look at this. Honestly, it's brilliant. Cruiseaway.com.au, it's your best friend when you're looking for your next cruise. It's absolutely brilliant. And so as soon as the show is done, if you haven't seen what you want in this show, the website, thousands and thousands of different ideas. Honestly, you can be there for hours.
Yeah, there's so much on offer for you. And next up, we're going to journey a little bit further as we take a 35-night 5-week cruise to the South Pacific and Hawaii with Princess for the 2nd of September next year. No fly in and out of Sydney, which is great, on the well-travelled, world-cruising Crown Princess. She's a beaut, isn't she?
Yeah. What
a gorgeous vessel the Crown is. And like we mentioned, she is well-travelled and well-versed at doing world itineraries. So you'll expect, not just a lot of indulgence and award-winning food and shows, but also the crew members on board, the staff, they will all have these experiences to share with you. And they also have really wonderful cultural immersion programs with your enrichment lectures and lots of bespoke experiences and activities that are also tailored to the ports of call you'll be visiting. You might want to create your own, digital scrapbook, for example, in one of the, IT classes. You might want to be doing actual scrapbooking. I mean, these are things that actually they offer on board that are helping you document your travel if you love to do that. Maybe documenting your travel is going to be wine tasting, tasting wine from different parts of the world, or
a doing collection of labels.
Yeah, exactly. And Princess really do have some of the best sommeliers in the world, so you'll experience that in whatever level you want to, of course. And when it comes to dining, I did touch on the fact that they have award-winning food. I mean, my goodness, everyone raves about their pizza. It's actually won awards from Cruise Critic and USA Today, which is actually a big deal in the cruising world.
And there are a lot of pizzas at sea as a whole.
Yes.
So to win awards for it, you've got to be really, really good. And actually, pizza comes along. It's funny, even pizza is maybe not your thing every day. You find when you've had a really, really good night on board, you've gone to see the show, you've had a lovely dinner, you've had a bit of a boogie or gone to see some comedy or something like that. You just think, oh, actually, just before I go to bed, I could just do with just a little slice or two.
Or a whole pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's great. It's a real treat. It's something you don't do at home. So it's really, really nice. And that's what these holidays are all about. A cruise holiday is about the ultimate escape, isn't it? It's about doing things in a very different way. It's about being off your normal schedule and doing something completely and utterly different. And of course, if you still want to fit in your clothes at the end of the cruise, you can go to the gym, you can walk, there's lots of ways you can do exercise as well if you want to, because you have got a long cruise ahead of you, and enjoy every single night of it. There are 35 of them starting in Sydney.
Yeah, absolutely. We're into Brisbane first. Of course, you can head on up to the Australia Zoo, the famous Steve Irwin Zoo, whilst you're there, or the gorgeous Koala Sanctuary if you love your wildlife. But Surfers Paradise, not too far away, the Gold Coast, just a train journey or a quick excursion for you. Then we're into Suva in Fiji, which is built around a reef-protected natural harbour. So think about some of the best marine life in the world in these gorgeous islands. And you might want to snorkel, dive, maybe you have a PADI certificate. Apia, Samoa awaits us next, and it's the capital of the South Pacific island of Samoa. And you have got, again, look at the beautiful lagoons and cenotes that await you, and the beach, of course, as well, with that perfect ideal blue. Then we're into Honolulu, talking about ideal blue. Hawaii, my goodness, the famous Oahu, where you have Waikiki Beach, Pearl Harbor. You've got to go visit that if you can, or do a Honolulu by air tour. That would be once in a lifetime, wouldn't it? Amazing. Now, Wili Wili awaits us next, and this is on the island of beautiful Kauai, which offers, lots of natural beauty. It's a rugged volcanic landscape, and a best of tour will take you around everything you need to see. We are next into Hilo, which when I visited, I did a great bike tour up to just the foot of the volcano, which I highly recommend. It'll get you out there in the wild and enjoying this beautiful part of the world. You've got to pick up some Mahalona macadamia nuts while you're there as well. Kahu Kona is next. So Kona's known for its coffee. It's world famous, in fact. So you've got to pick up a couple of bags to take home. You've got the Mauna Ike Summit. There are some stunning natural parks here, and that's Hawaii is all about. We're into Mapete next, in Tahiti, and you've got an overnight here, which is wonderful. It is the beating heart of French Polynesia. You might want to enjoy some traditional, Tahitian dancing and go to see one of those traditional ceremonies. Then it's Moorea in French Polynesia. Now, talking of tradition, they have the Tiki Village, where you can learn about how the locals live and also learn about some of those traditional outrigger canoes, even do an excursion out in one of those. They're thousands of years old. Then we're into Auckland, and of course, finishing up our itinerary before we head home to Sydney with a nice stop in New Zealand's capital is wonderful. You might want to head on to the Harbour Bridge or the Waitakere Ranges, not too far away. Couple of days at Sea Seas back into Sydney, where you'll simply stroll off. What an easy breezy itinerary this is, starting and ending in Sydney, but you get to really venture further afield into the beautiful tropics here.
I suspect you might arrive back with one more case than you left with, because of course, being no fly, you know, you haven't got those same kind of restrictions. So if you want to do a little bit of shopping and souvenir hunting and whatever, and the coffee beans and whatever, you know, you've got all of that to bring back. Incredible. But you've got to bring back something, haven't you? You've just been away on a 5-week cruise full of just sheer indulgence. Let's show you the price tag, because I think you'll find it's a lot less than you probably expect it to be for the length of cruise. I know, look at that. That's amazing. 5 weeks of cruising, enjoying the most incredible warm welcome on board the Crown Princess. Remember, she does the world cruises as well. In fact, world cruises are very much on our mind right now. There's a show dedicated to the Crown Princess World Cruise, which you can find on our YouTube channel. Just search for Cruiseaway Australia. But this one right here, 5 weeks of cruising. So you're exploring the wonders of the South Pacific, so fairly close to home here. Some incredible ports, a really lovely pace as well, and a very real mixture of adventure as well, because then you head over to the Hawaiian Islands and it's all no fly, which just makes it so simple. This could be your first cruise and you think, right, that's it. Dive in, pardon the pun, I'll dive straight into a 5-week cruise and get the ultimate experience and getaway. A deposit today will lock in the price for you as well, so call us now. Here's everything that's included, and this is actually the cruise after she returns from her world cruise. And as I say, if you fancy taking the full world cruise, which is 114 nights from May through to September, then talk to the team today. And there is a show dedicated to that entire world cruise, as I say, on our YouTube channel as well, which you'll find by going onto YouTube and just searching for Cruiseaway Australia. There is an inclusive package you can add with Princess as well if you want to add drinks and Wi-Fi and other perks there for a fixed price per day. So again, talk to the team about that when you call us toll free on 1300 408 765. And it is a big adventure. I mean, life is a big adventure, isn't it? But cruising for 5 weeks, do you think you could cope with that? 5 weeks of, you know, sheer relaxation, having all the arrangements made for you, dinner, breakfast, lunch, all your meals, late night snacks and the pizza we talked about, all of that kind of just on your doorstep. You never have to lift a pot or a pan.
No,
Amazing.
not unless you want to do the cooking, take part in the cooking demonstration.
Oh yeah, if you want to learn how to make a new dish.
But they still won't make you lift anything.
No.
You're on holiday.
And you just still don't have to wash it up.
You just
Anyway.
get to taste it.
Yes.
Yes.
Time for our final offer now in this show, and it's for something later next year, and always a popular choice actually, and this is a complete circumnavigation of our own shores, including Tasmania. It's another biggie, and again, no flight in and out of Sydney, back on the Crown Princess, and we're boarding on the 7th of October. Now, Crown Princess is a very exciting ship actually. I love the fact that actually in terms of the size, she would be considered mid-range in the world of cruise today. 3,000 or so passengers, which I think is very manageable, and that means that there's not so many people that you're forever waiting for things. You can still get to know people, which is great. I love that. It's fantastic. But again, it's big enough to have a wide enough choice of, for instance, dining venues. I mean, we don't always want to eat the same thing over and over again. We do like to have variety. I love the fact that in the restaurants, what they'll do is they'll change the offering in step with the part of the world you're in as well. So you'll find kind of local dishes and menus that change all of the time, which is great. We talk about food such a lot. Honestly, it's a small part, but it's a very important part of a cruise. You know, you want to enjoy it for the variety of the entertainment that you've got on board, and that's not just everyone piling into a theatre for a big show every night. It's lovely lounges with different types of music, with live performances, with karaoke, with quizzes, with trivia, with game shows. You know, it's a massive adventure going on a cruise. No one ever sits there cross-legged waiting for things to happen.
No.
They are everywhere.
Well, unless you want to do some yoga and Pilates,
That's
in which
very
case you
true.
absolutely can. But you have, you've also got the Calypso pool with movies under the stars, which is a wonderful experience, a signature of Princess. You've got the piano bar as well if you're wanting something low-key. You just touched on the entertainment there, the Explorer's Lounge, and like you said, they are different every night as well, which is wonderful. So it isn't just about having to do a certain thing that is a preconceived maybe idea of what cruising was in the past, and maybe it's been years, decades since you've been on the last cruise.
Yeah.
Well, the wonderful thing is, welcome to cruising in 2025, because it's completely different and you will love it and you'll be addicted, let me tell you.
And it's greater because the focus is really on you. The focus is on constant feedback from passengers that change things straight away.
Yes.
So, you know, it's very much kept up to date with the kind of things we love, but it's still got that lovely kind of traditional charm at the same time. I think, you know, it's a lovely balance of both, really. It's wonderful. Right, let's go right the way around Australia and Tasmania then, over 28 nights, then out of
Wow,
Sydney.
dream, absolute dream. First up, we're into Newcastle, New South Wales, where you can actually get out there and whale watch, or head up on a nice coastal walk to Nobby's Lighthouse and maybe do a little guided walk. In fact, you can book that on you know, with your Shore Excursions team. Into Melbourne next. Now, you know, it has so much to offer, Melbourne. Of course, it's our true cultural capital, and I would get out there and enjoy the beauty of the bustling centre, ride the trams, Flinders Street Station, get a hot jam donut. Then we're into Adelaide. Adelaide's often known as the 20-minute city. It's easy to get around. Oh, by the way, you've got to have a pie floater while you're there, haven't you? For sure. Or, you know, get out this Barossa Valley, which is, you know, great. Jacob's Creek would be a great thing to do. Or Mount Lofty whilst you're there. Then we're into Albany. And Albany offers you, you know, lots of natural beauty. You've got the Gap and Natural Bridge, I think many people will be wanting to go and visit. And also you've got to see the Chainsaw Sculpture Park while you're there, for sure. Margaret River's next, and known for its incredible caves. And of course, you can see right there, the cave formations are quite fascinating. The Giggly Cave. Or you might want to head on over, if you are a wine lover, the Margaret Valley wineries are impressive. Then it's Fremantle. Now, the prison is fascinating to visit, and you can kind of do the whole experience in there with the guards that kind of in character, which is fun. And then maybe a trip to Perth Zoo, nice relaxing afternoon in Perth Zoo would be great. Then it's Exmouth, and you know, small as it is, a resort town on the northwest Cape of Western Australia, it's a gateway to lots of natural beauty. And in fact, the Ningaloo Marine Park is incredible. I mean, look at the reef there. It's beautiful, isn't it? We're into Broome next up, and you know, this is somewhere where you can really experience the Kimberley in its finest. You know, 22 kilometres long Cable Beach is stunning, and amazing backdrops as well. Then we're up into Darwin in the North End, of course. Now, Darwin offers you some incredibly impressive natural beauty as well. You have got the Litchfield National Park and Termite Mounds. You can do a little tour there. They'll take you to the falls as well. Next up, it's Port Douglas for you, and a variety of activities where you can explore the reef, of course, or the Daintree rainforest, and maybe head on up to incredible Cape Tribulation with those iconic bouncing stones whilst you're there. Then we're going to do some scenic cruising around Willis Island, which is uninhabited, but it is a great place to spot beautiful natural wildlife, including the little penguins, of course, and lots of rare bird species. And it's quite beautiful, this area. We're into Brisbane next, and you have a little relaxing trip here before we head back into Sydney, maybe for a spot of shopping, strolling, whatever it is you want to do, or maybe even just heading on out on a trip to Surfers Paradise for the day, and exploring the beach there. We're back into Sydney, where you'll disembark, and again, a nice easy cruise in and out of Sydney. You're going to have some incredible scenic cruising of the Kimberley coast along the way. One of the last natural rugged terrains in the world, and the Yampi Sounds, of course, as well along the way. And then you're going to have the Great Barrier Reef. I mean, this is going to be absolutely beautiful, breathtaking natural beauty.
Yeah, you can understand why these are so popular, these circumnavigation cruises. There aren't many of them, actually. I think there's maybe only 2 or 3 in a year. So it's a really, really rare opportunity to literally go right the way round. It's fantastic. It's the greatest cruise, travelling all the way around our own shores, which really makes for a trip to really and truly remember. The price tag, again, is amazing. It's unforgettable. It's one to get grabbed straight away. Bear in mind, actually, that is a whole month of incredible cruising. And again, be super organised and book it today, and you can lock it in with a low deposit. So all you need to give us today is a low deposit, and that's it. That price frozen, locked. The plans are in place for next October. And then you have that month of incredible Crown Princess full-board cruising to look forward to next October, visiting really the cream of the crop of the Aussie ports to and from Sydney. It's incredible. Here's everything that is included as well. I think this is a real joy. I love talking about these because it's funny, isn't it? We talk about going far away around the world an awful lot. But again, we forget sometimes what's right on our doorstep. And let's face it, we've got a rather beautiful doorstep in this part of the world.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
It's incredible. So why not see it and enjoy it and love it? But do it in such an easy way as well. You know, you're not yomping with a backpack on your back, you know, hitchhiking and taking buses and this, that and the other. You don't need to do all of that. Let the cruise take the strain and take you all the way around Oz. And again, you can make this inclusive as well with drinks, Wi-Fi and more with Princess Plus. And a reminder for you as well that if you do fancy a world cruise, it's the Crown Princess from May to September next year, over 114 nights. And the full world cruise and smaller sectors are all available from us here at Cruiseaway, the #1 choice in Australia.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruiseaway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. Cruiseaway, you know you want to.
Yes, and you know that holidays are so important. I mean, I am no medical doctor, but holidays take you out of your everyday, don't they? I know there's Wi-Fi on cruise ships and whatever. You can keep in touch. You can keep looking at the news if you want to, but just as equally, you can say, okay, gadget free, news free, just going to have a good time. I'm not going to hear about the cares and worries of the world just for a while. Sometimes you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like a detox, don't you? Like a life detox.
You do. And you say, you know, doctor, but if you remember like those old Jane Austen stories, they'd always prescribe a week by the seaside, wouldn't
Yes.
they? That's what the doctor would say.
The fresh air.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
So actually, you know, the doctor probably would say, get out there and enjoy the seaside. And you are by the sea, on the sea, when you're on a cruise. So I can't think of anything better.
Yeah,
There we go.
It's lovely. Just that gentle motion as well at night.
Yeah.
You know, I know some people worry about the over motion and whatever, but it's much less these days.
It's negligible.
Yeah.
Really, you don't.
But
I
actually,
don't
when
think
you're
so.
going to sleep, it's
relaxing.
like being rocked to sleep very,
Yeah.
very gently. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. Anyway, listen, it's a wonderful life. We are here every single day to talk more about it. So come back and see us again on Cruiseaway because we've always got fantastic holiday ideas. See you soon.
Mind how you go.